I want to just offer you some help with troubleshooting in rapid toilet training. So here's a scenario. We've been doing rapid toilet training for 2 weeks now. My child is still having almost as many accidents as successes. What are we doing wrong? So if I get, an email from this or an email like this, or somebody asks me like this when I'm doing like a, Zoom consultation to a family who lives far away from me, I want to tell you the top 5 things I would normally look at because it might help you with troubleshooting. Okay, because without, of course, without knowing more about the situation, it's really hard to know what the problem is specifically or give advice. So general, here's the top 5. Okay, I promised we'd stop talking about reinforcers. Number 1, though, is your reinforcer really good? How good is it? Are you still using it? Sometimes when the trainee is starting to become sort of satiated by the reinforcer, they've had enough of it in general, they'll start, after they have a pee or poop in the toilet, they don't really look for it. They leave the bathroom and they're okay with that. And the trainee or the trainer might kind of go, well, they don't really need it anymore. Sometimes that means they don't really need it anymore when they kind of leave without looking for it. But sometimes it just means they don't really like that thing anymore. So you might need to have a different type of reinforcer. So always, 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 if you're having trouble with any kind of toilet training, number 1, how's your reinforcer working? Number 2, if you've been kind of like trying rapid toilet training, trying it, your other problem might be they're not actually having enough liquid for this procedure to work well. So if you're trying your very, very hardest to help this person to drink as much as they can, but they're not drinking enough to produce a bare minimum of 10 Ps per training day, you can't do rapid toilet training, and that's why it's not working maybe. So you should think about doing the long way instead. Another is when the child is wet, so has an accident, how quickly do you respond? So are you actually catching all the accidents quickly? This is a common sort of implementation error. That's why I said a million times, don't look at your phone. You can't do anything else. Don't answer the door. If you're not reacting quickly to accidents in the rapid toilet training procedure, you might not be providing the instruction that's needed for the trainee to fully get it. The other thing is, are you changing the child or the trainee? Are you helping them get changed quickly and neutrally when they're wet? Much harder with your own kids or your own teen that you're the parent of to be neutral. The poker face thing, way easier when it's not your kid. I tell you this from personal experience now. I'm the wizened mother of a toddler now, and I know how this can be when it's your own child. Being neutral and being calm in the face of your 5th accident of the day is a little bit harder when it's your own kid. So check yourself. Are you neutral? How's your poker face? Maybe you're reacting in a way that's inadvertently reinforcing the accidents. That happens. A lot of families that I do kind of coaching with will be like, you know what? Yeah, we're not so neutral. Okay, and then also, are you still taking data? A lot of us have a natural tendency to drift from really recording careful data as the time wears on and kind of frustration's building, right? Make sure you're really recording and then look closely. So sometimes people will say, he's still having a lot of accidents. And I go, okay, let's look at your data together. And we look closely at it and we're like, you know what, if we graph it, like Pat was saying, graphing can be a real advantage, right? And that's something like if you work with a BCBA, we love a graph. They're going to show you a graph whenever they can. So I'll go, let's graph it together. You know what? It feels like he's having a lot of accidents, but what you're getting is a slow improvement. See, Monday you had 6. Tuesday you had 4. Wednesday you had 3. Today's Thursday. Has he had any accidents yet? No? Okay, I think you might be doing okay. So just go back to your data, graph, stay on track, right? And then the other thing I want to mention is this is another drift that can happen if you've been trying for a while and you haven't been completely successful and you're getting a little frustrated. You might not be having the trainee in underwear all day. You might be in rapid toilet training. It's pretty critical to have a big chunk of your day in underwear, especially when you're getting on in time here and you've been doing it for over a week. it could be really confusing for some trainees if you go, yeah, but then, it's been too long now, so he has to go to gymnastics, so we just put him in a diaper for that. That can derail some trainees. So if you're not able to keep them in underwear all the time for a dedicated period, rapid toilet training might not be the approach. And like Pat was saying too, you really can't toilet train in a diaper. You can't toilet train in a pull-up. The training period has to be in underwear. And if the trainees ended up in a situation where they're kind of in and out of underwear and diapers all the time, that could be your problem too. So these are just our top 5 how to troubleshoot this without knowing you or your trainee or your situation. These things might be helpful in the future.